and Cindy and Nancy. Nancy's written a very nice spiel, so I want to put her in the prayer for this one tonight too, because it's Purim, so we can. Adonai. Ooh, let's do Adonai. That's not. I don't like that key, Rabbi. I want to do it in a different key, and we can because it's Purim. No, that's where we should do it. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע מגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח מוריד הגשם, מחכה לחיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Amen. We're going to continue. If you have a prayer book on page 293, a special prayer for this festival, this holiday of Purim. Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagvurot ve'al hatshuot ve'al hamilchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. In the days of Mordechai and Esther, the wicked Haman arose in Persia, plotting the destruction of all the Jews. He planned to destroy them in a single day, the 13th of Adar, and to permit the plunder of their possessions. But through your great mercy his plan was thwarted, his scheme frustrated. We therefore thank and bless you, O great and gracious God.
על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל השועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל השועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. בימים ההם בזמן הזה. בימים ההם בזמן הזה. בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
Those days of miracles, they're not fully gone from us.
Nope.
We can find miracles all the time in the hats that stay magically in our heads or not. But we have here a book which records a scroll, a Megillah,
A
actually.
Megillah?
actual Megillah that it gives us this story from the book of Esther. And Cantor, I wonder if I open this Megillah up, will you just chant a few verses of it for us before we get to our spiel?
I would be honored, Rabbi. It's so nice of you to offer for me. It's like I wish it wasn't sprung on me or anything like that. Like we hadn't talked about it earlier this week. No, we talked about it. Yeah, I know we did. Yeah. So should we do before we do the verses, Rabbi? Should we do the bracha?
Well, if you insist, we can do the blessing first. Is the bracha?
That is a wonderful question, and I believe that it's on the page that has the blessing.
Yeah, that would be where.
I don't have it in front of me. I don't have my book open, Rabbi. I don't.
Down, and where did it go? Purim Blessings, page 309.
By the way, Rabbi, it's on page 309.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wish I would have known that. All right, the
Me
first
too.
one is Al Mikra Megillah, so you can join together. The same usual stuff at the beginning. The end is Al Mikra Megillah. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kiddushanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Al Mikra Megillah. Okay. And the second one is our prayer that we just sang. Sha'asa Nisim Lavotenu V'imotenu Bayamim Hem Bazman Hazeh. So we'll say that together. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Sha'asa Nisim Lavotenu V'imotenu Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh. Praised is God who performed wondrous deeds for our ancestors in days of old and at this season. And finally, our most well-known prayer of all, the Shehechianu, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam
Shehechianu v'kiyamanu
Shehechianu lazman hazeh.
Verse 1 of chapter 1. Vayehi b'mei Achashverosh Achashverosh Hamolech mehod uvad kush Sheva V'esrimu me'ah medina.
Very nice. Do you have another verse for us?
Well, let me translate that one for everybody just so we know what we were saying. So it's the beginning of the story, like, once upon a time. But it says, now it happened in the days of Achashverosh. This is the Achashverosh who reigned from Hodu even to Cush, over 127 provinces. That's a lot. Now, there's stuff that happens towards the beginning of the story, and Rabbi will fill us in on some of the verses, between the verses. But the next verse that we'll hear from, and you may notice that this is a very different melody than we're used to hearing. The melody is special for Esther. It's what's called Esther trope, except for when it isn't. When it's not Esther trope, it goes to a more sing-songy melody, and that's more verses that have, I want to say it's Lamentations actually is used in some of those verses as well. So there's a combination of trope being used in here, Eicha trope as well. Verse 4 of chapter 2 says, and let the maiden who pleases the king be queen instead of Vashti. The thing pleased the king, and he did so. Yeah. There's things you can read between lines on this one. Ve'hana'ara asher tita b'nei hamelech timloch tachat Vashti vayitav hadavar b'nei hamelech vayas kein.
Beautiful. So as we make our way to the next verse, just a reminder, this is just a taste of the Megillah. We're going to have it acted out, performed for us actually, almost live in just a couple of minutes, very, very, very soon. So we're not going to worry about giving you the whole story now, but a couple more verses, if Cantor will chant them, and then I'm going to read chapter 3, which will give us some really good evil one. Shake our Gregor, or whatever else you have to shake. So, Cantor, why don't you...
What if someone has a grogger? Can they shake that?
A grogger would be only if you're from the East Coast.
If you're on the East Coast, you're allowed to shake your grogger. Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, good. Verse 22 of chapter 2. The thing became known to Mordecai, the plot, by that guy, who told it to Esther the queen. And Esther informed the king of it in Mordechai's name. ויבד הדבר למרדכי, ויגל אסתר המלכה, ותאמר אסתר למלך בשם מרדכי.
Beautiful. I'm told that I'm not loud enough, and I'm sorry, but I will just shout into this microphone that's not loud enough.
I wonder if it's one of those times where my microphone is being super duper loud for people.
It is, yes. All right. I think we've got a last verse here for us before we move into our next section.
One more verse. Sorry, I was distracted by my need to communicate to my family and stuff. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. So another verse, Rabbi. Why don't I chant another verse? That'd be nice. From chapter 3, shall we do?
Perfect.
That's great. Let me pull it back up here because right now I don't have it in front of me on my computer. The computer's been doing a lot today. All right, chapter 3, verse 13. Letters were sent by couriers to all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Yehudim, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even on the 13th of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to take their spoil for plunder. ונשלוח ספרים ביד הרצים אל כל מדינות המלך והשמיד להרוג ולאבד את כל היהודים מנער ועד זקן טף ונשים ביום אחד ב13 לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר ושללם לעבוז.
We had 4 full verses of Megillah. I'm going to read from chapter 3 in English translation, and you at home with your Gregors, Groggers, your macaroni and cheese, whatever you have, I want you to burst forth when we get to those 7. If just in case you were wondering, 7, mystical number, 7 times that we will hear the evil one's name. Not Voldemort, our evil one. Okay, here we go. And after these events, King Achashverosh promoted Haman.
Boo.
Oh, good job. Good job, everyone. They promoted that guy, the son of Hamdatha, the Agagite, and placed his seat above all the other princes of his kingdom. And all the king's servants who passed through the king's gate would bow down and kneel before Haman. You guys, you have to be shaking a little bit louder. I can barely hear you. All right. For this is what the king had commanded, that everyone should bow down before him. But Mordecai would not bow down or kneel. So the king's servants who are in the king's gate asked Mordecai, "Why do you disobey the king's orders?" After watching his actions day after day and seeing that he would not change his behavior, the king's servants told Haman, to see if Mordecai would continue to live up to his words, for he had told them that he was a Jew. When Haman good one, Cantor, and I see Don booing on the chat. You guys can boo on the chat too.
I was doing a drive-by booing.
So when...
Well, Sandy didn't laugh at it this time because she's live now.
There you go. When that guy saw Mordecai would not kneel or bow down before him, Haman became full of rage. But it seemed beneath his dignity to lay his hands on Mordecai alone.
No.
They had told him Mordecai's nationality. So Haman, oh, the Traubs and Cindy and the Middlemans, you guys are booing away. Awesome. So that guy plotted to destroy not just Mordecai, but all the Jews throughout Ahasuerus's entire kingdom. They were Mordecai's people. We were Mordecai's people. And so it was.
First month of Nisan.
Yes, in the month of
the
Nisan.
12th year of King Ahasuerus.
Yes, exactly. In the 12th month of the reign of King Ahasuerus, they cast Pur, which is a lot, before Haman.
Boo! Hey, Rabbi, what's the plural of Pur?
It's a great question. Let me think. Purim!
Purim! Because you put an eem on it and it makes it plural, like an S. So Pur, lot.
One lot is Pur, but many lots is Purim. Yes. So they selected the day and the month to carry out the evil plot, as Cantor just chanted a moment ago, choosing the 12th month of the year, the month of Adar.
Be happy.
It's Adar.
Yeah.
I am happy. The 20 people chatted or something like that, it looks like.
To boo away, man.
Boo away. You guys are the best booers. I think whoever, when
Purim is all, Rabbi.
Again, you guys are going to be in high demand.
Rabbi, Purim is all about the booze.
Ba-dum-bum.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
All night. Let us.
Tip your waiter. Try the veal.
You know what? I think we should get on. with it. You guys have been great spirits.
You've been a great audience. Thank you. Tip your waiter. Try the veal.
Let us flip ahead to the Aleinu. The Aleinu, it is, one of the special things that we do on Purim is we bring mishloach manot, we bring gifts to families and friends, just for the heck of it. And we bring matanot le'evianim. We make contributions to people who are in need. It's that idea of what we just read. Even though they plotted to destroy us, instead of being destroyed, we take and we share with those we care about, and we share with those in need. And it's what we want to do not only on Purim, but for our world as well. We want to make our world into a place that is beautiful, that is caring, that is kind. By doing those acts, not only on Purim, but Purim's a great time to start. And we remember that just like on Purim, it is on us to bring it about. It's all on us. It is aleinu, on us to make the world a beautiful place. Cantor, if you can lead us. Page 322, if you have a prayer book.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה. שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא V'yeh Adonai echad, Ushmo echad. Be happy, it's Adar. Be happy, it is Adar.
We're going to take one last moment of prayer to remember those people who are special to us, our friends, our family, those members of our community who've passed away. They are with us still, and we remember them with the words of Kaddish. Page 334. Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divra Chirute V'Amlich Malchute, B'chayechon Uv'yomechon Uv'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uv'izman Kari V'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Leolam Ulalmei Almaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal, Shemei dekudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav, uyase shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Israel ve'imru. Amen.
With peace, may God send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
So, Cantor, I think
Yes.
it's time for an ABBA-Noxious.
An ABBA-Noxious Purim.
Pandemic Purim.
Yes.
Our Purim Spiel. You know, we are blessed. We are doubly blessed. We are blessed that Nancy Weiser every year outdoes herself. And I know, Nancy, at the end of the spiel, you've asked for a moment, so Cantor or I will call on you then. But just every year, you are so creative, and I'm just so looking forward to seeing your production. And we are also blessed as well by Cantor Cahan and his incredible talents to produce amazing things for us to watch, whether it's live or Memorex. He produces. He is the reason that these beautiful things come to life. So in every year. So
kids, Memorex was a brand of cassette tapes, and cassette tapes were things that you record things onto that you could then you couldn't down. Anyway, it's okay. Never mind. So this evening actually is perfect, Rabbi. This spiel is about technology. About technology and Zoom. So we're going to get into our Zoom spiel here. I want to say, though, because we're dealing with technology, in the event, as I'm broadcasting it from my television, my computer here, if there is some connection issues, this spiel will be posted to our temple's Vimeo page, and it would then be available later this evening for people, and we would share the link. But it shouldn't be a problem. We shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to turn off my camera so that I'm not using up the computer resources for that. And then hopefully my sound isn't too loud here. We'll adjust, and Rabbi will text me if need be. Great. Yeah, yes, people are about to be Facebook famous, and here we go. So let's get this lined up and everything in the place that it needs to be so that we can enjoy our Purim. One moment. I want to make sure that all the things are lined up the way they need to be so that people can actually hear it, because I hear that's a good thing to be able to do. Good. I'll find out if it's not working. People will tell me. I can see Rabbi, and he'll give me a thumbs up when people can hear things just fine in a moment.
Long, long ago, even longer than it's been since we were able to be together in person, a man named Achashverosh became the king of a place called Shushan. Where is Shushan, you might ask? It doesn't matter, actually. You can't travel there right now anyway. If you want to communicate with someone there, you'll have to Zoom.
To celebrate his ascension to the throne, Ahi threw a big party. He invited all his friends, and they had a great time. But at one point, Ahi decided to make the party a little livelier, and he called for his wife Vashti, asking her to dance for himself and his friends.
Party time and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go. They will play the right music, you'll get into the swing, you come to dance for a king. All my friends want to watch you too, it's so fun for me and my crew. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, let my friends watch that scene, dig in the dancing queen.
She was afraid to go because the men at the party were not social distancing. But she told Aki she would dance anyway if she could wear a mask.
Disrespected by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. Look at me now, I have finally learned, I don't know how, but I finally gained control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can feel your disdain. One more look and I can recall my pain. Whoa, Mamma Mia, your abuse is done. My, now I can resist you. Mamma Mia, It has not been fun, my, all this stress is now through. Yes, I've been broken-hearted, blue since the day we started. Why did I let you bring me low? Mamma mia, now I finally know. My, I will finally let you go.
The next day, Achi woke up and realized he didn't have a wife anymore. He regretted what he had done, so he decided he would have a contest that all the young ladies in the kingdom could enter so he could choose a new queen. He intended to select the most beautiful young lady for his new wife.
But in the age of the pandemic, this was a difficult plan because all of the big public spaces had been closed. So he decided that the contest would move forward online. He hired a few tech geeks to set it up and posted the information on the royal Facebook page. He couldn't use Twitter because his account had been shut down.
In one part of the kingdom lived a beautiful Jewish young lady named Esther.
Wait a minute. I thought I was playing Esther.
No, I'm playing Esther.
Rock, paper, scissors for it?
Fine.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Tie. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Tie. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, we both do it?
Fine.
All right.
No.
She had lost her parents at a very young age and was being raised by her uncle Mordecai. Mordecai, a political insider, heard about the contest and thought it would be a great idea to have a Jewish influence over the king. So he convinced Esther to take part in it.
The day of the queen contest came, and young ladies from all over the kingdom got ready. They hired makeup artists and hairdressers and background lighting experts to get them ready. But Esther was a modest girl and had no desire to have her makeup done, or even to wear her most beautiful blouse over the sweatpants she always wore. But Esther had a secret way to win the contest anyway.
Achi met each of the young ladies online one by one. They were all very beautiful, and he had a lot of trouble deciding which one made the best impression. But then it was Esther's turn, and she used her secret weapon to charm the king.
If you want vaccines,
Take a chance,
take a chance,
take a chance,
honey, you will see. Take a chance on me. If you need it, let me know. All it takes is charm. And I know the place to go where they'll stick your arm. If you're in a rush and a Zoom has made you nuts, honey, you will see. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. You will pass the COVID test if you let me try. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me.
No dancing, there'll be no masking, as long as we're together.
Listen to some music, maybe just talking, you get to know me better.
Cause now I've got so much that I wanna do, and I dream I'm alone with you, it's magic.
Don't want to sign up here, I want a love affair, and I think you know that I can't let go. If you want vaccine, come in Miss Walgreen, honey, you will see. Take a chance on me. If you need it, let me know. All it takes is charm, and I know the place to go where they'll stick your arm. If you're in a rut and the zoo has made you nuts, and you will see. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. You will pass the COVID test. Take a chance on me.
Aki was thrilled about the chance to get the vaccine. He knew that if he and his new wife had it, she would be willing to dance without a mask. So he chose Esther to be queen. Shortly after the wedding, Esther's uncle Mordecai, who was always online, came upon some chatter about a conspiracy to incite an insurrection to kill King Aki. He downloaded the information and passed it on to Aki. The conspirators were caught and hanged, and Aki told Mordecai he would be forever grateful to him.
At the same time, Achi realized that he needed help running his kingdom, since the pandemic made it impossible for him to go to the office every day, and he hated working from home. So he promoted an evil man named Haman to be prime minister, and delegated a lot of responsibilities.
Haman loved his new job, not for the work involved, but because it made him a powerful man in Shushan. He decreed that all citizens were to bow down to him whenever they saw him. Soon after that, he came upon Mordecai, who, of course, was wearing a mask. Haman told Mordecai to come closer and bow down.
Mordecai refused, telling Haman, first of all, that he avoided people who were not wearing masks, and second of all, that Jews only bow to God. Haman was enraged, and he went straight to Aki, telling him there was a people in Shushan who did not respect him properly. He told Aki that these people should first have their social media accounts shut down and then hung.
My, for bowing down the Jews will not surrender. Oh no, and they should meet their destiny in quite an urgent way. The history books we will write will show we got rid of this blight. Jews resist, they'll be defeated, we'll win this war. Jews resist, teach them a lesson forevermore. Jews resist, they can escape if they wanted to. Jews resist, please say my plan is okay with you. Oh, 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 Jews resist, finally reacting as Jews resist. My, they try to not bow down, but we are stronger. Oh yeah, and now it seems their only chance is giving up the fight. And how could they always refuse? They feel like they'll win, but they'll lose. Jews resist, they can't escape if they wanted to. Jews resist, please say my plan is okay with you.
Achi did not realize that the Jews were his wife's people. So he agreed that they should suffer consequences for their disrespectful behavior. Little did Haman know, though, that the CEO of Facebook was Jewish. CEO, that's business speak for big macher. So when the CEO learned of the plot from Haman, he told his good friend Mordecai about it. Mordecai immediately knew that he had come up with a way to save his people. He thought, and at long last came up with a plan. He would ask Esther to cook a special dinner for Achi. When Achi was happily enjoying the meal, Esther would tell him about Haman's plot, reminding him that the very one that Haman wanted to hang from the highest tree was the one who had recently saved Achi's life. Morty hoped Esther would agree to help.
will you make a meal, sweet Esther? I remember long ago I taught you how to cook and bake. By the fireside, sweet Esther, you were humming to yourself and swiftly rolling out the dough. I could hear the water boil and sounds of oil sizzling coming from the grill. You were working hard, sweet Esther. Every hour, every minute, you picked up such special skills. I'm so afraid, sweet Esther. We are young and full of life, and none of us should have to die. And I'm not ashamed to say the threat that came from Haman almost made me cry. There is something you can do one night to end this plight, sweet Esther. You must cook a meal for Achi's friends to serve our ends, sweet Esther. Though I never did foresee this threat, there's no regret. So please say that you will serve the king. Please do, my niece, sweet Esther. So please say that you will serve the king. Please do, my niece, sweet Esther.
Esther quickly agreed to the plan and invited Achi to the dinner. Achi was thrilled, and after ensuring that the venue would be big enough for social distancing, he invited all of his friends, including Haman. Esther started working on the dinner right away, taking several online cooking classes to make sure everything was done perfectly. The preparation paid off, and she cooked a delicious dinner. Achi was very pleased, and he told her so. Seeing that Achi was happy, Esther told him about the peril that she and Mordecai and all of their Jewish people were in, that Haman was planning to kill them.
Achi was stunned. He hadn't known that Esther was Jewish, and he hadn't known that the man Haman planned to hang from the tree was Mordecai. He was furious and told Haman to call off his plan, that instead of Mordecai hanging from the highest tree, that news would be for Haman. And so the Jewish people were saved, through the quick thinking of Mordecai and the brave work of Esther. Now, every year to celebrate, we retell this story and share a delicious treat, Hamantaschen.
Where are those Hamantash? They seem so hard to find. We try to reach for them, but we are in a bind. Whatever happened to these treats? We wish we understood. Why must we wait so long for something that's so good? And when we're baking, appetites we're waking, Hamantash. The taste they gave us, nothing else can save us, Hamantash. When they're gone, though we try, how can we carry on? When they're gone, though we try, how can we carry on?
That year after year, it's amazing. I hope you were able to grab some of your Hamantaschen. I've got mine. Cantor was distributing them during the play. It rocked. Let me pass the baton over to Nancy to share a word with us. I'm going to, let's see if I can spot you there.
So thank you so much. And every year I write these, and that is the easy part. I am always so grateful to have so many talented people to bring my words to life. When I was discussing this with the cantor, he was saying, well, we're going to bring this in and we're going to do that. And I didn't know what he was talking about. And I just loved seeing how he put it together. And everyone else is so talented. So thank you all so much for working so hard to put this together. Oh, and we're looking forward to next year. So we'll come up with another theme.
My goodness, next year will be wonderful because we can all, hopefully, God willing, be together. Nancy, thank you so much. Really, you infuse this with such unbelievable creativity. You obviously weren't at all the individual one-on-one practices we were at, but each person kept on saying, like, Nancy's just so amazing. These words are incredible. The lyrics are fantastic, and it gives us a lot of launch points to be able to play around with everything. I only wish we could be in person. There were so many funny ideas we had as we would go through things. Oh, we're gonna do this, and we practice them. And by nature, you can't get everything in, and I wish we could have. But I just want to say with tremendous gratitude to all who participated in this, to Amy and to Sarah and to George and to Jane and to Susan and to Kirsten and Holly and who am I in? Well, Nancy certainly, but and then and Steve, who 3 times he recorded his Hey.
Thank you.
Yes, 3 times, because boy, did that thing keep on failing technologically with my late night of trying to record, and to my night owls of Amy and Steve, who were recording last night at 10:30 and 11 o'clock so that we could try and get all these pieces in there. If I forgot someone just right now, as I was just recapping in my head, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't.
Only yourself, and it's not polite to thank yourself, but Cantor, it doesn't happen without the time and effort you put into creating just a really, really special evening. So from all of us, all you have to do is look at the chat. We are really grateful for the fun, exciting, joyous during a pandemic, to feel that sense of joy at Purim. It's awesome. So thank you all for being with us, for celebrating this special night. Cantor, do you have a song to take us out on?
I'm sure we did say we were going to do it. Sorry, I can't remember anything at this point, Rabbi. But yes, we do. Because today is a Chag, Rabbi. In fact, it's a Chag about Purim. It's a Chag of Purim. If only there was a song that went, Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol hu LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zmirot Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Barak Hashanim, Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol hu LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zmirot Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, Rash, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Barak Hashanim. Rabbi, Purim is supposed to be a time of blessings and joy, and this congregation, our community, just infuses, I can say for me, so much joy and warmth and love and acceptance and togetherness, and I just love it. Over to you.
Thank you, Cantor. And to all of you, may we celebrate Purim fully. Just remember to drive home safely from wherever you're celebrating and fulfilling your mitzvah. Just drive home safely. Don't want to hear about any bad things. So, and celebrate Purim fully, and next year at Beth-El. Not Jerusalem, next year at Beth-El, it will be our Purim return.